After the third time, let's start this video. I have done this video 3 times already. The first time I felt like I rushed it. The second time I was leaving out things. So I'm going to slow it down. I have screenshotted the notes that I have made so I can go back to them. And we're going to do the story time right. Hi, how goes it? It's me, the real Aja P. Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding. I am so excited to say this story because it's so much juicy information, okay? It's just that I have to make sure to give it all. You are going to hear Miss Smokey, Miss Smoke Alarm, honey. She is trying to make sure she gets her, and you would do the same thing for a check.
And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee, and I was going to get Employee of the Month, and that's on period.
She's trying to make sure she gets her check. So, of course, you are definitely going to hear her. Before this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Become a part of the family. Say, I like your hair. I like your makeup. I like your outfit.
I hate your braids. I hate your lashes. Bitch, I hate that you gotta make sandwiches at night, bitch.
You know that is our thing. As before, I do want to say, please follow me on my social media. That will be in the description box below. As well as for this video, it is a little bit jumbled up with the timeline. Again, as I said in the last story time, so much things were happening with me to where I kind of messed up with this timeline, but I am going to get it right in this video. I do want to state that with the beginning of the story time, it had happened right after Nelly had told me about the girl at the gas station, as well as him being at my house. This happened right after that, but before Bianca had came and visited me. So hopefully that does help. I'm still going to pop back in and inform where the timeline is so we don't kind of forget, but you can always look back at my last story time and at this story time. So then you could kind of know where the timeline is. But without further ado and no more rambling, let's get into this video. Let's go. All right, y'all. So again, this story time is starting after I had found out about Nelly and the cashier at the gas station and him being at my house. So I was kind of just cutting him off. I was done with him. I do remember that at work when he wasn't there, that's when I did see the newcomer coming out of the office. And I was like, okay, finally, hopefully we get somebody that helps us with stock because we have a lot of women that work with stock and we need the manpower a little bit. Like, we can handle it, but we need some of the manpower. So I'm like, hopefully he does do stock. We take a quick glance at each other. He does a double take, and I kind of do a double take because I'm like, is he going to be working with us? Like, why is he coming out the office? Like, what's going on? And that was the reason because he just got hired. Cut to a couple of days, and we are doing stock truck, which starts at 5 a.m. And we are doing stock, and he walks in. So our manager was like, hey, this is a newcomer. We're going to name him Marvin. And we're naming him Marvin because later on I found out he was very old school. So I gave him the name Marvin, like the juke joint song Candy Liquor, as well as he wore City Trends outfits. Like, they were hot. Like, I don't know what it is, but honey, the designs and all the stuff on it, he loved. It just seemed like he loved City Trends outfits. So it kind of gave him a little old school, as well as he reminded me of Marvin from Players Club when she was like, and I'm fine right here with you, Marvin.
You want to go in there, don't you?
Nah, I'm all right here with you.
That is what he reminded me of. So we're going to give him the name Marvin. So our manager is like, this is Marvin. He is going to be doing for truck and stock and helping us with stock. If you have any questions, make sure you ask her. He's talking to me. Make sure you ask her. She's going to let you know everything. Or you can ask the other one that does stock. She's helping there too. So he's like, if you have any questions, they can help you. But in the meantime, this is where everything goes. This is how truck goes, things of that nature. He tells them, and then he leaves. He does something else. So we start with truck, and I'm still just talking to everybody, doing daily jokes, I guess, and everything like that. Just having conversation. And with that, after a while, he's like, oh yeah, I like your vibe. I like your vibe. You're very funny. I like you. I need to get to know you. Excuse me, say what? Huh? And he's like, yeah, I need to get to know you. You are so funny and everything and da da da. And I'm just like, I don't I don't know you like that for you to kind of have that feeling for that already. Like, thank you. I told him I appreciate that, you're interested, or, I might have piqued your interest or something. But, I'm not really interested in men right now. I'm in my I hate men era. That's very sweet, but, nah. And he does like how every man does, because it seems like they go through the same book and they all stop at chapter one. That's not me. What does that have to do with me? Don't put how you perceive other men on me. That's how they did you, but I'm different. And just give me a chance. And before you really do hate men, like, try with me before you really. They say the same thing. They say the same thing, even though I just told you in the kindest way possible. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in men right now. But with most men, they just don't care. And he just continued to kind of flirt, asking me what my sign was, how old I am, things of that nature. Am I talking to anybody? Do I have a man? And he just kept talking, and I just kept kind of denying. Well, after truck, we still have to stock up the store. So we're going around stocking the store. He's still flirting, but he's doing his job. So when he would pass by, he'll like give me eyes, or he'll be like, man, come on, or something like that. And I'm just like, I'm not interested. So towards the end of the shift, he's like, hey, can you look at the aisle that I had worked on to make sure that I stocked it correctly? And can you also help me with the work website, because I'm trying to see when I work next, because our schedule is on the website. So I go over to his aisle and I'm like, yeah, everything is looking right. You did a really good job for your first time. And he's like, oh, thank you. I really did try. So what's up with you, man? Like, what's up with you? Can I get to know you? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And he was like, man, I just feel like you're taking me as a joke. And I had to tell him, I'm not taking you as a joke. You're just not taking me seriously. I'm letting you down as nicely as I possibly can without really trying to bruise your ego or hurt your feelings. And you keep thinking that it's something different. And I'm like, that is not it. Hey, y'all, my light hat went out. But I'm just letting him know, like, that is just not it. I'm just not, really feeling that. And as well as I told him, he kept asking me for my number. And I told him, I don't want to give you my number. And I know I'm not going to respond. And he kind of gave a look, but it's like, I'm being honest. I don't want to waste your time. Neither do I want to waste my time. I don't want to waste anybody's time. So I don't want to get your hopes up with giving you my number when I know for sure I am not going to message you. I know I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna hit you back up after you do message me. Like, I just know that because I'm in this era, in this monk of I don't like men. I don't like them. So it's just like, honey, I'm not gonna waste your time at all for that. So while I'm checking his aisle, that's when he asked me again, like, hey, how do I check, the website? So I'm telling him the website and what to do, and he looks so confused. So I'm like, fine, give me your phone. So he gets all giddy, and I think he thinks that I'm about to put my number in his phone so he could call me so I could tell him, oh baby, no. I put that work website in there. Yeah. And I had told him, just make sure you put your numbers in there and you should be able to get in. And the look on his face when I hand him his phone was like, oh, okay. Like disappointment. Honey, I keep telling you, and it's you that is not getting the hint. I don't know what it is. He goes on about his day and I go on about my day, and that's how work does end. So I see him the next day early in the morning once more to do for stock. And he is getting dropped off, which is not a problem. At first, I thought it was Uber until I saw him. Sorry, y'all. Again, life as a YouTuber, I had to make some space, but I did make some space, and we are here to continue. But I thought it was an Uber, but he's getting dropped off. He's getting out of the passenger side, and I thought that was kind of confusing. But there are some men that they don't, ride in the back for an Uber. They don't mind being in passenger side. So I was like, okay. So he's getting out, and I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, it seems more intimate. And I'm like, oh, the woman in there is his mom. Like, he's getting dropped off by his mom. Okay, fine. But he did tell me that he was 30, or over the age, a little bit over the age of 30. No kids, no car. So I was like, okay, your mom is dropping you off. Okay, it is what it is. Okay. But you'd also know from my last story time as well as my last video that I have a problem with talking to people or talking to men with all kids, no car. He didn't have the kids, but you have no car either. So it's just like I couldn't talk to him even if I wanted to, even if I wasn't in my I hate men era. But he gets dropped off and we go inside and we do work. As a regular work day, everything is fine. It's just the fact of he kept flirting with me, even though I told him, like, no. He had a thing of, I'm gonna wear her down. I don't know why, but that was his thing. So a couple of days pass and I am working with Nelly. And I am telling Nelly, like, yeah, it's just as crazy because at this point, even though I know that I don't want, yeah, there's nothing gonna happen between me and Nelly. It is not like that. I don't even say his conversation was all right, but it's like talking to him wasn't a terrible problem. I'm gonna say it like that. I didn't have no problem having conversation with him. So I'm telling him like, oh yeah, there's somebody in our store. He has a crush on me, and I don't know about this, man. Like, and then he's like 30 and da da da. So Nelly's like, well, what's the problem with a man being 30 and trying to holler at you? And I said it's not a problem. Honestly, I like older men anyway, so it's not a problem. The problem is the fact that he is 30, still dressing like he shops at City Trends, and he has no car. That was the problem with me. That's where it gets a little tricky with me, cuz yeah, no. So he's stating like that shouldn't be a problem, get to know the guy, like it should be perfectly fine. Like don't let that stop you. And I'm just like, you don't know me. You don't know me and you haven't been around me to know that that is always the number one problem with these men that I am talking to. Like they never have no car. They never have no car. They're going to start asking for money or they have a lot of kids and no car. Like I was just like, I need to get off of that. So I'm just like, just not him. But Nelly's like, okay, but just give it a try. So then, cut to that is when Bianca comes into town. That's when Bianca tells me everything with Nelly. That's when I find out about Nelly. That's when I'm really like, oh my gosh, I hate Nelly. Like this is too much. Like I cannot escape him. Just like I named in the last story time, I cannot escape you. This is when things start getting juicy. So after that escapade of what had happened, I go back to work and I am working with Marvin. So while working with Marvin, is getting close to the end of the shift. He's just like, man, I really miss my dog. He hasn't worked with me for a while. I really do. Like, I haven't seen him. I miss him. I've been missing out. So I'm just like, well, Roof, like, who's your dog? Like, like, who's your homeboy and everything? He's like, oh, me and Nelly been homeboys for a while.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
Huh? Excuse me? What? What do you mean by
What do you mean by that?
that? Like, what do you mean by that? So I'm kind of perplexed, and I laugh to myself. So he's looking at me. He's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm just like, "It's nothing." So he's looking at me like, "What? You messed with Nelly before? Like, what's good?" I was like, no, I just know him from work. And I was like, I just can't escape him. A lot of things been happening. So he's really looking at me like, y'all must have messed around with each other. And I'm like, no, but, just I cannot escape him. So I'm thinking and I'm like, well, if you know Nelly, then you must know Bianca because Bianca been knowing Nelly for years, 5+ years. So it's like if you know Nelly, if Nelly is your homeboy and you know him, then you must know Bianca. So he's like, Bianca. That sounds familiar. I've probably seen her once or so. He's like, that sounds familiar, but I don't really know of Bianca like that, but it sounds familiar. I don't know. And I was like, okay, even though her and Nelly known each other for a long time and this is your homeboy for years, but I was like, okay, you ain't gonna know every friend, you know what I'm saying? Even though you've been cool, you ain't gonna know every friend. But it's like it's odd that they've been steady for a while and you don't know her. Okay, whatever. Call me messy. I don't care. Or on the other side, you could say that it's girl code. But as soon as I got off, I had messaged Bianca. And I'm like, Bianca, do you know this guy? Oh, I almost said his name. Do you know this guy named Marvin? I was like, he's supposed to know Nelly and everything. Him and Nelly are like really good homeboys. And she's like, Marvin, that sounds familiar. I'll probably have to see a picture. But the only Marvin I know is Nelly's uncle.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Come on now. I said, excuse me? Say what? She says, yeah, the only Marvin I know is Nelly's uncle. Like, I've seen him a lot of times before and everything. Like, that's the only Marvin I know, though. But you're going to have to show me a picture to make sure that it's him. Are you serious? Excuse me? Let's stop there. Because the fact of this being Nelly's uncle, Nelly, I came to you talking about your uncle without even knowing that was your uncle, talking about your uncle, saying all of this, and you're acting like you don't even know this man. Who's this 30-year-old? You know that he works here. So it's just like, what's going on? It doesn't stop there. Also, before that, when I was asking Marvin, like, what's going on, he was like, yeah, we're really good friends. That's my homeboy. He was the one that got me this job. He was the one that got me this job. So, Nelly, you help your uncle, who is Marvin, get this job. I am telling you that your uncle is flirting with me and trying to get to know me. And you're just like, what's the problem? You know, give him a chance. That's your uncle. That is your uncle. That is your uncle. Okay, let's get more into it. Bianca, and I tell Bianca, she was like, yeah, you're gonna have to show me a picture, but I think that is this person. So I'm just like, okay. And I am holding on that information and it is festering, okay? Because it's just like, what are the odds? What are the odds? At this point, it's a family affair. Because it's just like, I cannot escape y'all at all at this point. And on the top of that, of it being Nelly's uncle, how is Nelly's uncle? It's not family related or anything like that. Like, you know, that's his mama's brother or something. No, it's not that. That is his uncle because Marvin is dating Nelly's aunt. So trifling. Like, it is so trifling. It is so trifling because what is going on here? Once more, Nelly, I went to you talking about the newcomer who is Marvin. Marvin is your uncle, not just because that's your sister's brother. No. Your aunt is dating this man. And you have the nerve to ask me why I'm not giving him a chance because he is 30. Not because, oh, he already is dating my aunt or he's already dating somebody, so don't even give him no chance. No. You greenlighted it and said, give this man a chance, even though he is dating your aunt. Okay. Yeah. Well, I did not work with Marvin for a couple of days. It's always when I have the tea that is like, why aren't you coming to work? But he did not come to work for a couple of days. Come to find out he has another job. So then, boom, he comes to work and he's getting dropped off again. So now to come to find out that you're not getting dropped off from your mom, you're getting dropped off from your girlfriend. Wow. Wow. So he comes into work and it's just bubbling and festering inside of me. And I'm just like, what do I do? I got to say something about this. So I come to him. And well, I don't come to him. I just like call out to him. And I'm just like, hey, can you come here? So he comes around the corner and he's like, what's up? Like, why you call out to me like that? Like I'm in trouble. And I'm like, you're not in trouble. I mean, it depends on the answers that you give, but you're not in trouble. So he kind of looks and I'm just like, so Marvin, Who's the girl that drops you off every time that you work? And now he's kind of stuck and he kind of walks off and he's like, a friend. I'm like, huh? Speak up.
Speak up.
Speak up.
So he was like, it's a friend. And I'm like, oh, dropping you off at 5 a.m. every time you have to work and picking you up every time that you work? Just a friend? So he was like, yeah, it's just a friend. Um, Guys can't have female friends. Like you saying it like guys can't have female friends. Hold on there. Hold your mule.
Now, hold your horses. Hold your mule.
Like, I never said that. I never said that. That never came out my mouth. I just asked who it was. And it's kind of fishy that just this friend is dropping you off every morning. Do you know what time you have to wake up? That person has to wake up so you could get to work. You, not them. You can get to work at 5 a.m., but it's just a friend. So I'm just like, okay. I don't believe. I'm telling him like I don't believe that. I'm not telling him what sources I have, but it's just like I don't believe that mess. Like it's not making any sense to me. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get the correct answer. I know the correct answer, but I want him to tell me the correct answer so I know that it really is correct because I'm not trying to do, even though I believe what Bianca said, I'm not trying to do he say, she say. I'm trying to get it out the horse's mouth. Nay for me. Couple of hours go by and we're still working. He's trying to have regular conversation with him and I'm just not having it because I'm just like, you're a liar. You're disgusting. You make me sick. Because why are you lying for what? Especially when I had told you that I didn't want to give you that chance and everything and you still pestered me and tried to. Why are you trying to have a conversation with me? So he could see that I was upset and it was eating him up. It was eating him up that I was not talking to him like I'm talking to everybody else. So he comes to me and he's like, what's going on? Why you ain't talking to me? Like, what is up? And I said, I have nothing to say to you. And he was like, what, why, what's going on? Because of my friend, because of my friend. I said, because I know you're lying and I hate liars and you're lying to my face. So he legit says, look, I'm looking you right in your face. I'm looking you right in your face. And I'm telling you that she's just a friend. You still don't believe me? I said, you're lying to me while looking me right in my face. And actually, I should hit you in your face because you are doing that, the disrespect. So he's like, that's not true. That's not true. Like, I'm not lying. She's just a friend. Like a dude just can't have a friend. I said, oh, she's just a friend. He's like, yeah. I said, do you sleep with her? You be hunching her? Is she a friend that you be hunching on? Like, y'all never hunched not once? Like, what's tea? So he was like, I never slept with her. She's just a friend. I said, you're lying. You're lying. You're a liar. And I know that you're lying. And the fact that you keep telling me in my face that you're saying the truth when I know it's a lie, it's disrespectful. So he's like, I'm not lying. It is what it is. And I'm just like, what you got to lie to me for? You like, you don't hold no loyalty to me, I guess, to not tell the truth, but it's like, what, you don't have no loyalty to me to where you should lie. So what are you lying to me for? So he's like, I'm not lying, just a back and forth, trying to plead his case. And I'm just like, I know you're a liar. So it's getting towards the end of the shift, and I walk off. We go into the storage room, and he's still like, why aren't you talking to me? Please talk to me. Please talk to me. And I'm just like, no, you are a liar. You are lying. What are you lying for? Like, you are a liar. I was like, and I should smack you in your face for lying to me. So he was like, man, if you try to smack me in my face and everything, I'll just push you against the wall. And I said, and then we're just going to be fighting because it started with you lying to me. I don't care. I don't want you. I don't care what you do, but it's like, why did you have to lie to me? And you're continuously lying to me. I hate liars. So he's like, what you want me to say? What you want me to say? That's my girl. That's my girl. I said, I don't want you to say anything to me, honestly. I said, and I especially don't want you to say anything to me if it's not the truth. So don't just try to pacify me. If it's not the truth, then don't say it to me. So he's like, well, it is the truth. It is the truth. That is my girl. I blew up. Oh, I blew up. And he is so lucky that our manager had came to the back during that time. So I couldn't go off on him like I wanted to. But I was livid. I was like, I knew you were lying, but why? And then you're saying it as a fact, like, okay, yeah, now what? Honey, what were you lying for? So he was like, yeah, that is my girl. That is my girl. So I'm like, well, what were you lying for? And he was like, well, you had asked, or who she was, and I told you it was a friend, but you never asked what kind of friend she was.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
The disrespect. The disrespect, and that is why I hate men. the disrespect, because what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? To be like, oh, yeah, I said that she was a friend, but you didn't ask if she's a girlfriend. I asked if you were talking to her. That should have been enough right there. When I asked you who it was, instead of saying a friend, you should have told me that's my girl. So I'm like, well, what were you lying for? Like, why were you lying to me? He was like, I didn't want everybody in my business. Are you freaking serious right now? Are you serious right now? Like, huh? Saying the story again is just like, what is in men's mind to where you think that was okay? Like, what is going on with you mentally? Babe, you need help. Like, you need help. What is going on? So I'm borderline, I'm going off in a whisper. Like, I'm lowercase going off. I'm going off in a regular talking voice because I can't, because the manager is right there. But I'm just like, huh? What else have you been lying to me about? Actually, you don't even have to tell me no more, because I know that you're lying about everything, and that's just what men do. Do you think that was it? No. We finish the shift and he does leave. I am livid because I'm like, why were you wasting my time? Why were you wasting my time? So I tell the female stalker that was always there what had happened, because he was in a way trying to get in her good graces, like she was my father, or like she was the passageway to get to me because we were close. I don't know what it was, but it's like he would go to her and be like, what should I do? What should I do to like get her to talk to me, man? She don't want my number. Da, da. So it's like he thought that if he got her blessing, that it would get closer to me. I don't know why. So I'm telling her what is going on, and she is perplexed just like I am. It doesn't make any sense. So a couple of days go by, and I don't go to work. Well, I'm not on the schedule, but the stalker, she is. So I come back to work, and she's like, oh, let me tell you the tea. So I'm like, girl, fill my cup. Like, what is going on? What happened? So she goes to the no, she's working one day while I'm not, and the cashier calls her on the intercom. So she goes to the cashier, and she was like, the cashier's like, I didn't know the new person was married.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on, but it keeps happening. Something keeps happening. Like, it just doesn't rest. She was like, well, which newcomer? Because there was two. There's Nelly and there's Marvin. So she was like, who are you talking about? And she was like, she starts describing Marvin. So he was like, she's like, no. The stalker's like, no, he's not married. He has a girl, but he's not married. And she was like, oh, he's definitely married. She tells her that she's working at the cashier, and a lady walks up. She was like, she seems like a little older lady, but a lady walks up, and she's just flaunting her ring, and she was like, oh, I'm waiting on my husband to come finish with work and everything. So she was like, well, we ain't got that many men that work here, so who is your husband? She was like, she just goes on like, I'm so happy, like I'm picking up my husband, like this is the ring, and showing off the ring, like, yeah, my husband, I'm just here to pick him up, so I just wanted to pick up a couple of things before we leave, and da da da. So she asks again, oh, well, who is the husband? She goes, oh, here he comes now. Tell me why it's Marvin. Tell me why it is Marvin. Marvin bopping his head around the corner to her. I could not believe it. So not only were you not single, not only was that not your mom that was driving you off, not your girlfriend either, that you say that's your girl and everything like that, and oh, you didn't say what type of friend she is, oh, that. Not only is she not your girlfriend, but that woman is your wife. What is going on here? Men, Men are homeless and men just need a place to stay and they just need a ride because that is all you are really using her for. I said I should fight you for her. Like in my head, I'm like, I should fight you for her because what is going on? You're coming into this job. You are getting dropped off, seeing me getting out of my car, and you get out of the car from your wife to try to talk to me, some random girl, while you just left your wife. And not only that, your nephew who works here helped you get the job. And as I'm talking to him, telling him about you, he's saying that I should give you a chance when you are married to his aunt. The whole family is cuckoo wings. Like, what is going on here? Like, oh, this makes you hate men. It just makes you hate men because that just shows where his loyalty lies. You are gonna let this man cheat on your aunt, and I won't even say turn your head to it because you knew it was going on. Where does the loyalty lie? Where does the loyalty lie? Where does it lie? So after that, when I found all of that information, I did not ease up. He would try to talk to me and I'd be like, oh, you seen your nephew? I see your wife dropped you off today again. Oh, you picking that up for your wife? I haven't seen your nephew in a while. Like, and he would hate it every time I brought it up. And I'm like, why are you running from your life? You sleep next to that woman every night. And she is in love, like the cashier was saying. She's so happy. Love to say that's her husband, and you are cheating. You are trying to cheat. And that is why really I was really or really am deep into I hate men. I am in my I hate men era because y'all are trifling. Y'all give me the ick so bad. Y'all piss me off to positivity. It just when you think it's over, it's not. But at that time, it was over. So again, all within a month span, I met Nelly, tried to get to know Nelly, found out that he was messing with the cashier, found out that he came to my house, lives all the way in Plum Nelly, found out that my friend that lives out, he been messing with her for 5 years plus. Then to come to find out that somebody is trying me again, come to find out that it's Nelly's uncle. I told him that I don't want him. He still, Nelly doesn't care. He's still trying. It's his uncle. He has a girlfriend. To come to find out, it's not his girlfriend, it's his wife. And this all happened within a month. Within a month, y'all. Exhausting, tiring. Well, that is all I do have for this video. Hopefully it wasn't too quick and hopefully that it did not confuse y'all with all this information because it is a lot of information. Again, how do you think that I felt when I was going through it day by freaking day? It was crazy, crazy. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, not my worst enemy, because this is crazy, tiring, crazy. And that's when you realize that the world is the size of a decimal point. It is legit the size of a decimal point because why does he know everybody? Why couldn't I escape him? Why does everybody know everybody? Oh gosh, it is so tiring. And again, it's like all this happened before they even knew me. Well, that is all that I do have for this video. This crazy, crazy video. I hope you all did enjoy it. Please, again, like, comment, and subscribe to become part of the family. Follow me on my social medias. Again, thank you so much for the love that I have been getting for the videos that y'all have been watching. Again, I am still thinking about doing my girl talk video. So if you all do want to be a part of that, to where I will put your comments in the video and respond to you, then you all can do that. Just leave a question or whatever you would like to state with a bow next to it. So I do know that it's for the girl talk and I will be getting back to that. But without further rambling, that is all for my video. I hope you all enjoyed it and I will see you in the next one. Love you, mean it. Bye.